Good things come with caveats. We record this week's episode in the wake of auspicious news, namely, the announcement of the successful brokerage of a peace deal between the United States and our friend of the show, the Islamic Republic of Iran. The good news, however, comes with a caveat. Israel have ruled out withdrawing forces from Lebanon, Syria, and Gaza anytime soon. Well, imagine my shock. What can we learn from experiences like this? We must accept, dear listener, that there can be no good without evil, no employment without inflation, no peace without war, and so on. The universe is a continuous process of balancing substances of predetermined magnitudes by means of their mere rearrangement. Similarly, this podcast has undergone some remarkably auspicious developments of late. We have introduced new jingles to segue us into our segments, of which a new one was introduced just last week, and, furthermore, we have made a decision to concertedly adhere to a predetermined structure for our episodes, even when that means me having to work late into the evening composing verses, aphorisms, and sermons for your enlightenment and pleasure. But what, dear listener, is your caveat? Verily, it is that our show is now trapped in a steep descent away from having any semblance of being informative, and is instead plunging into a realm of extremely low-quality internet content. Sure, I may have begun the episode referring to international affairs, but the likelihood of us actually discussing the news with any kind of real comprehension of it, in this episode, is essentially nil. For those of you who were listening to this show because of how informative it has been, however, I ask you to despair not. Just as Adam's plucking of the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge was a necessary stage in God's development by means of his self-negation, so also is the consistent decline in the quality of this podcast a requisite means towards our realization of the podcast's true purpose, which, for now, remains, even to its hosts, shrouded in mystery. We are, as such, embarking on a journey of discovery, the point of departure for which is the total abandonment of factual, analytical, and honest content. We must push on with this effort if we are to create a truly self-negating podcast which can, through this self-negation, somehow come to an understanding about what it actually is. Will you, dear listener, join us on this quest?
Amen.
Amen. That's my sermon for the week.
Very good. Yeah. I mean, I think any listener who's under the pretense that we're remotely informative on the show may need to reflect on that.
They may need to see a specialist.
Yeah. I think we had about 2 episodes where we actually discussed current affairs more than just going like, yep, this has happened. and then talking about something completely different. Else. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think we're better at this.
Yeah. I mean, if you
I don't know what that doesn't reflect very well on us as people, but
yeah, I'm not even sure what this is that we're good at, but yeah,
that's what we're trying to find out though by doing it.
Exactly.
That's the point of the podcast.
Test everything precisely. Yeah,
the podcast doesn't have its final form. It has to develop into the final form, you know. Right. And the thing that's most important, the podcast itself is that process of becoming a podcast. You know, it's not really it's not like a platonic ideal of a podcast, and it's not meant to be. That's not real. It is the reality of itself, you know, which
it's
is
about the journey.
Which is
why we frequently remark on the age of the podcast, and she's now 32, I believe.
Yeah, it's like it's similar to what in literary studies what are referred to as Bildungsroman novels. Right. Which is where the protagonist goes through it's a kind of coming of age thing, but normally over a longer period of time. Right. You know, where the protagonist kind of learns to integrate themselves into reality and reconcile themselves with all the difficult things they're surrounded by.
That's a German
like
word.
Wilhelm Meister's apprenticeship. And that's kind of what the podcast is, but the podcast itself is undergoing this process rather than, you know, so it's really it's maturing in an organic in an organic way. Yeah. This is because I belong to what's known as the organicist school of podcasting.
Okay.
I think there are different schools of podcasting, so there's an organicist and then there's more of like a mechanistic school.
What do the mechanists believe? Pray tell.
Well, I guess they're the guys who just follow algorithms. They're like, it's all predetermined for us, we just have to follow the algorithms.
Which we did stray into briefly with our AI generated titles.
Yeah, we did do some of that,
I think.
Yeah. Wow. What is there to talk about? I didn't look into the peace deal, so I don't know what it entails.
All I saw was Trump tweeting about or truth socialing, saying, let the oil flow. I know the Iranians waited until after his birthday. Did you see there was a UFC fight on the White House front lawn to commemorate
I heard about
his birthday?
But I didn't see the fight.
No, neither did I. I just saw that happened because I saw the Iranians waited until after his birthday to confirm.
Do you think he really likes UFC, or is it more that his audience often likes UFC and he's trying to cater to them, and this is like it's like a press deal for him?
I think having seen the photos of it, I'm surprised they let yobs like that onto the White House lawn, to be honest. There's all of blokes with their shirts off.
The audience.
There's a lot of just sort of punters with their shirts off, which I guess is the UFC audience, but I just thought it might be a little bit more high class.
Well, that's Trump's America, though.
That's true. That's true. He doesn't want to segregate.
That's what he... No. Yeah, he's kind of tearing down segregation in a way.
Yeah, he's so progressive. I think it's safe to say.
I had an idea about a way you could parent, which was because we had, ages ago, in one of our early episodes, we went into a lengthy discussion about parenting.
I was
just remembering that today, and I was just thinking about you could try rage baiting your kid.
Yeah.
As a way, and by that I mean throughout their childhood, what you do is whenever you hear it, when you do a lot of research and you find every case where someone from an ethnic minority has done something bad, has been arrested or whatever for a violent crime, and you just tell them about it a lot,
right?
And then he grows up and he says he says to you, Dad, thanks to you and everything you taught me growing up, I'm a racist just like you. and then you say to him, son, I'm not actually a racist. I was just doing it for engagement.
That sounds like a great parenting strategy.
Yeah, but you get lots of engagement from the child, gives you a lot of attention because you're constantly scaring it, making it scared, telling it about IQ differences and stuff.
Yeah. And then you pull the rug, you do a rug pull when they grow up.
Yeah. Denying historical events to him.
Just completely. Who's Martin Luther King?
Making him so angry. No, I mean denying, the really bad thing that happened.
Really bad events. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't really want YouTube to put up an information
we don't want a
banner thing underneath them. Yeah, I don't want that referring to that event because it's just a mood killer, to be honest.
It's a bit of a downer.
It doesn't really match with the vibe of God worshipping society, which is obviously meant to be an optimistic, fun, excited, happy thing. That's what worshipping God should be like.
Yeah. Well, there was something that happened. Speaking of parenting, the social media ban has been approved by the UK government. So if you're under 16, you won't be allowed to use social media in this country. And there's also, I think, a digital curfew.
Has it passed through the Commons?
I think it has. Yeah. Well, the Tories wanted it in the first place, so I don't think it. I'm not entirely sure.
I didn't know this was even a thing.
To double check, but I've seen a lot of talk about it. So,
well, I just knew that Australia did this, but I didn't know that they'd even drafted a bill for this. I didn't even know that.
Britain announces. Okay, well, this is Al Jazeera. This is the first thing that came up.
Well, I trust them.
I trust them fully. Keir Starmer has announced a ban on social media sites for under 16s. Well, I guess that's that. There's also curfews. Okay, so it isn't passed yet, but from what I've read, there isn't really much hope that it won't pass. Because I think that the Tories are the ones who initially wanted this, so they'll be on their side.
So what is it? It's just kids won't be able to go on social media.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of problems with this. The initial one being, well, what do you count as social media? Like, is Discord social media? Because obviously it has its, servers, although I think Discord wants to call them communities now. So, is that a social media? I can tell you to commit an action that would be detrimental to your health on Discord just as much as you could on Instagram or something. So, but then
you could do it on Wikipedia, technically.
Yeah, or WhatsApp.
That would be
I
weird.
imagine a lot of families use WhatsApp to talk to their kids.
Imagine doing it over Wikipedia.
Text someone a link. You make someone's Wikipedia page and then write how they died and text it to them.
And be like, oh my god, it's preordained.
Oh my god, yeah, you should read this. Yeah. They also want a digital curfew to stop kids using their phones after a certain time. This is so lame.
Could you imagine if what would be a really screwed up thing to do would be to send someone a Wikipedia article you've made about them, where you describe them as having done that particular thing that we can't talk about, and the way is you write this article and it describes how they did it, and then how much like. Say it's like a failing artist or something.
Yeah. Okay.
And you write about how much like after that event that suddenly they became like a legendary artist and like they and they won all this attention and fame and they're regarded as arguably the greatest artist of all time. Better than Van Gogh and Raphael, like insanely respected. And then right at the end you say like, but they would have never been known or ever discovered if they hadn't
committed
done that thing. And you send it to them.
What you were saying that you had this like evil look in your eye. I'm quite scared. I'm going to keep an eye on my texts.
Do you know what would be a cool idea, Felix?
Yeah.
Do you know what's a funny thought? Just that.
Yeah. Hey, I was just looking at Wikipedia and I found this page.
Yeah.
I
can't delete it. I've tried.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. Look, made by Anonymous. This is crazy.
Imagine like meeting someone and they do that to you, and then you manage to track their IP or whatever and figure out that it's them who keeps posting this article after it keeps getting taken down.
And it's your parents.
And then
rage baiting.
It's your parents. Yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, we're talking about rage baiting.
Rage baiting you.
You brought it full circle.
Hell yeah! This is the ultimate conclusion.
The structure. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what we're all about. Look at that. So yeah, the British government is lame. Moving on.
Poem? Should I do?
Sure. Let's poem.
Shall I do?
Do we get some context about the poem before you begin?
Oh yeah, well this one is building on some thoughts I had whilst we were kind of brainstorming in the last episode, where I came up with the idea of a guy who let's say launches a political party based on with a kind of hereditary ideology.
Okay, excellent.
So I thought, that seems like something that would be fun to write a poem about. Mm-hmm. People would want to hear about. Yeah. So
let's hear it.
Verses with Athelfeather.
"3 years at Oxford, Brooks, the price to pay. To get a job in finance, sales, today. Thus did begin our hero's adult life. 'Twas Peter, son of George and George's wife. Thus Peter grinded leads and KPIs, comparing gilets, drinking with the guys. But Peter's heart with boredom soon did swell. His limit reached, no more he yearned to sell. In days now past, a glorious life he'd live. Noblesse oblige, his countrymen he'd give. Protection, public service, dignity, but no place now for aristocracy. At Peter's age did Pitt the younger reign, when nepotism wasn't so disdained. So Peter reasoned, now was just the time, for well-bred men to put the rest in line. So gathered he his friends and family all, the voters swayed, did other parties fool. Till neck and neck did Peter's folk compete, with only one, Retard UK, to beat. But Peter did, to name this group, neglect. So asked the press, what name do we elect? But Peter's answer came instinctively. He said, oh, it's my father's party. My father's party against Retard UK. Thus was the people's choice come polling day. One side wore flat caps on their spray-tanned heads, the other top hats passed down from the dead. On banners, badges, leaflets and lapels, my father's party printed letters spell. Adorned thus, masses gathered to await, with bated breath did they anticipate. As they came in, results did little show a clear-cut winner, what all yearned to know. At last was broken news that none foresaw. A coalition formed, await no more. My father's party and Retard UK. So spoke the people. So spoke the people on that polling day. Triumphant PM Pete announced his victory. Spoke he, rejoice at last, my father's country. There you go.
Wow. Lovely. That was,
I thought. Yeah, I mean, it was rather more intellectual than the last one, which was more kind of an erotic love poem.
That's one way to describe it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Whereas this one is more political commentary. You know, it's very profound. It's about a guy. It's about how the rich inherit power. You know, it's a social commentary.
It's social commentary
on late stage capitalism in sort of a Kafkaesque, Lacanian, Žižekian kind of intersectional way. You know, a Marcusian kind of takedown of patriarchal, capitalistic, techno-feudal society. You know?
Yeah. Well, me personally, I love the poem, and I hate capitalism, so that was brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad.
It was like what we spoke about last week. It's only once you reach the conclusion does the humour come into reality. Does it distill? And taken as a totality.
It's the image. Funny. Yeah. It's the image formed by the whole, but otherwise, every individual piece is just like a piece of a jigsaw puzzle, you know. And
it's only when
there's thousands
complete.
of them. Yeah. So then you get the Mona Lisa or my poem that I just read out, or something of that.
Some
caliber.
ducks by a pond or something, which is not reflective of your poem. Yeah.
No, that's not. No, it wouldn't really be like that at all.
No.
No.
No. So that was a lovely poetry segment. I don't think there's much else news really going on.
No, who cares about the news? I mean, it's all boring. At the start of this year, everything felt like, oh my god, it's gonna happen. You know, we're gonna get UFOs, Epstein. You know, it was crazy, and then it was just kind of fizzled out. You know, they just I think
it always does.
Trump, the way they messed around with like the Epstein files and stuff, it now kind of makes sense why they did that, because they were basically just holding it back until the media calmed down a bit and people stopped caring that much, and now they don't have the same pressure on them to do everything properly.
They keep releasing like UFO stuff though, just to keep people, to keep tickling people's balls just a little bit.
Yeah, the problem is everyone's getting excited because they think, well, the videos just aren't that interesting. They're just like dots moving around, regardless of how much like data they have or whatever that might be useful. Like, they're not
just
that
nonsense,
crazy.
That's why.
Yeah, well, it's not like seeing like a video of an alien like in captivity or something, like
being
and the government
the
being
autopsy.
like, this is real.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, how are you enjoying Dark Souls?
Oh my god, it's so good, man. It's so
Yeah.
it's like it is very hard, but it's basically a game you have to just play in a very aggressive way. I think you have to just, I mean, you sometimes it's good to avoid fighting an enemy and just running through them or whatever, but like you won't get very far without being aggressive. It's actually crazy how Japanese it is psychologically, because it's
I didn't realize until I started playing, and I think I looked at the stat screen. I was like, "Wow, this game's pretty cool." And then I got to the stat screen, building a character, and I was like, "Oh my god, it is Japanese."
Yeah, it's the fact that you have to accept death like every time you start again. Every time you start at the bonfire again, you're like, okay, it's like a banzai charge, like you just have to, like, you're not going to get anywhere if you just stay where you are. You have to just push forward
to move,
and
you have to keep moving on
and just not fear dying. Like, it's just part of the game. Part of the game is
and the Taurus demon is like a big obese brute that acts like a barrier in your way to conquering Southeast Asia.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're like a Western heroic man or woman.
It's Nanjing.
Yeah, exactly. And then this brute guards the gate to your true glory, and only by force of will. Especially because you're playing a cleric, you really got the idea down right. The force of spirit is what overcomes the enemy. This obese.
I just heard that like a cleric is a really good build for like a first time, because you get the healing magic, which is handy, but also like, if you give him a mace or something, or an axe, he's like pretty lethal.
Yeah, bit of strength and a bit of spell casting. I think it was Mage.
I still can't use any swords, but
yeah, I think Mage was when I first like understood the game, because Mage is so easy. I didn't really have to worry as much about like actually being good at the game. You just stand at the back and sling spells.
I also feel like this is probably a good game to play multiple times, like trying out different character classes and stuff.
Yeah, and once you get in a bit, you realise there's lots of different ways you can, go. You don't have to follow the same. There is like a kind of linear path, but there's no reason why you can't do something else first.
Yeah,
because you got to ring two bells, right? Well, you don't have to go for one bell. You can go for the other one to begin with. I mean, you will suffer.
I'm terrible at it. I'll say that. I'm not. I've not been playing it very well at all.
Well, it's a hard game.
I'm pretty rubbish at it. Yeah, but I don't really care. It's just fun. Yeah, I think like you just have to keep going for it. It just the combat is very satisfying once you get used to it. It's actually like very fun to do. It's just like, fun.
After suffering through a boss fight so many times and you finally beat it, there's just no such satisfaction that is comparable in a game.
Not even sex.
Not even sex. No. Not even sex in a game. Not even hentai games are as satisfying as the Souls games.
I'm sure there are some like Dark Souls patches for that though as well.
Oh, there's got to be mods to freak so that game out. Yeah. There's some weird people playing video games, man.
What video game has that the most? Probably Overwatch. No, because Overwatch is like an online game, isn't it?
Skyrim has an abundance of porn mods.
Yeah, which is so funny because the graphics aren't that good. Like, it's a pretty old game now, so like, the graphics look kind of bad. So I don't really know why you'd want it for that game. But I guess it's the type of people who play Skyrim.
Why would you want it for any game? I just don't get it. Like, you're playing a video game. Why? Yeah. What are you going to do? Jerk off think about mid-game? Something. Yeah. Yeah. Just go and jerk off and then go and play the game. Well, I mean, you have to be like in a utterly horrific mindset.
I guess you've got to have played so many video games that it's corrupted how your brain works, and you can't like function outside of a game environment.
Yeah,
so you can't
even
do
the game
anything.
Has to be sexual to satisfy you.
I bet it's the same for like cooking. They have to make it feel like. I mean, this is just what millennials are like, really. I guess they've gamified their own lives.
Obsess over one thing and turn it into a game. Even sex is a game.
What if your life could be any video game? What would it be?
If my life could be any video game.
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't know. I'm not sure I want it to be like a violent one. I wouldn't want it to be one where everyone dies.
I'd go the start of Medal of Honor 2, which is essentially the opening sequence to Saving Private Ryan.
I was going to say the D-Day sequence, yeah.
It's just at Omaha Beach.
I'm going to go even more morose and go the opening of Call of Duty World at War, where you're in a Japanese prison camp and someone burns your eye or someone burns the guy next to your eye with a cigarette. That's my life
would be specifically just the level No Russians from Modern Warfare 2.
Oh my god. Yeah, just played over and over again.
I remember when I played that, I was like 10, I got my first Xbox.
Yeah.
Which was the first time I had like a proper console. I'd only had like handheld consoles before then. And yeah, I remember the first time I played the game, a warning thing came up saying like the following game contains like and I remember thinking like, oh, I have to make sure like my parents don't see me playing this so they don't realize what it is and take it away. And then I remember hiding away in the house playing Modern Warfare 2, and I remember when I got to that level and it like genuinely shocked me. I was like,
it is
actually
horrific, yeah.
I was like, I have to stop playing this game now. I had to like put the game down for like half an hour after playing that level because I was like 10 years old.
I don't remember if it comes up with the warning when the level starts, but I know you can skip it. There is an option.
I think it is that, right? Yeah.
And I remember it stood out to me. I was like, you can skip this level? What the hell is this level? And then the lift doors open, and you realize you're in an airport, and it's like, oh my god. I played it with my dad.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, because he used to get the games for his birthday, so given that you share similar birthdays, the game always came out around that time. So
that's
he'd get
so
the
funny.
game.
That's such a funny connection.
He'd play through them. We'd play through them. We'd do like a level one after another.
Yeah.
And I always used to like No Russian because it was easy, and I was a kid.
It is the easiest level. The thing is, like, it shocked me that first time, but I definitely went back to play it that level, like, multiple times.
The thing is, right, I can understand, like, for some people you can't do it, but, like, it's still part of the game.
Only if you had, like, PTSD from something.
Yeah, and let's be honest.
If I could do...
Looking back, the graphics aren't that great.
I had something wrong with me when I was a child. Like, I was, like, mentally impaired, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, and I could play that level multiple times at the age of 10. I'm sure any adult can play that level, you know, unless they have some kind of horrific PTSD.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't have to shoot anyone. I mean, whatever happens, you get spoilers for Modern Warfare 2 here, guys. You still get betrayed at the end of the level, like whether you shoot anyone or not. So really, the game is more saying like, are you the psychopath? Are you going to pull the trigger?
Ooh, it's like a twist.
Oh, crazy.
It's like meta. That's. I'm sure that's what Activision were trying to do.
That's exactly
They're a very progressive games company.
Oh, I didn't think was it Activision?
Wait, is that not who does Call of Duty?
Oh no, yeah, it is, yeah. Because Treyarch did the World at War and then Infinity Ward.
Oh yeah,
but it is all Activision. Yeah.
But Call of Duty is a very progressive franchise. I mean, you remember when the newer World at War came out and like everyone was like black for some reason.
Yeah, did we play Battlefield 1 together? I'm not sure we did.
Yeah, I don't think we did, but I did play it.
Yeah, having the German army be entirely
crazy.
black was very strange. That was an interesting design choice.
Yeah,
and then Battlefield 5, like the main character was a woman in the Soviet army, but she only had one leg. I think they really tried to ham fist some of that in.
That is insane. I mean, I guess that you could imagine that being in the Red Army.
Yeah.
Armies
the thing is, people will say like, yeah, but there was one woman in the Red Army who only had one leg and she had a wooden leg. It's like,
yeah, but she wasn't fighting like within distance of every other crazily specific intersectional person in the 1940s
like perfectly diverse.
Like they weren't all in the same battle at the same time. Like that's not.
It's the same with the new, the Japanese Assassin's Creed. Because I remember when I was a kid, I'd be like, "Oh, Assassin's Creed in Japan, that'd be sick."
And I haven't seen anything about them.
You play. I mean, it's getting a bit old now, but you play as a black ninja or like a black samurai.
That is sick.
And then everyone's like, what the hell? We kind of expected.
Yeah.
We didn't expect this. And everyone's like, yeah, but there was a black samurai. It's like, okay, but did you have
I guess it works a bit better with Assassin's Creed because they always have like loads of ridiculous anecdotal.
Yeah.
Yeah. like you meet Napoleon in one of them, like a young Napoleon, and like all
the one set in
stuff,
London. You're like doing stuff for Alexander Graham Bell and Charles Dickens and all this.
Yeah, they're just all there at the same time.
And you helped Da Vinci as well in Assassin's Creed 2, I think.
Yeah. So
it does work better for Assassin's Creed, but
yeah, rather than Call of Duty or Battlefield, and Battlefield's always meant to be like one of the more immersive, realistic ones. So it's like the other thing is it was kind of just dumb to make a game set in World War One because like the weapons kind of suck. Like it's a very long time ago,
Well, that's why they had to then make the game. They're all automatic weapons.
Yeah, it's like every German has a machine. Yeah, has a submachine gun, and it's like there were like 5 guys at the end of the war who had those. Like the MP18. Like basically no one had them. They will bet you can't really find any pictures of anyone with them other than like taken behind the front lines when they were testing it or whatever. Because it was like rolled out right at the end, and their economy sucked at that point, and they couldn't make anything. So it's like, it's like tanks. The Germans had like 5 tanks in the whole war. Yeah. So they basically you may as well just say they didn't have any tanks.
Yeah, they had no impact. That's for sure. I just restricted myself to only playing the sniper class with iron sights, just to actually use a bolt action to feel slightly more.
I mean, I play Modern Warfare with I used to play Modern Warfare with just a Kar 98K.
So did I. Yeah, that was the best layout.
And with a sniper rifle, and then my friend introduced me to the funniest loadout you can play, which is where you have the Kar 98K with a sniper scope, and then your secondary is just a riot shield. And then you have a throwing knife, and you just like quick scope, and if you miss on the quick scope, then you just like pull up the shield and then just like get closer to them and then use the throwing knife to just kill them
or bash them into the ground with it. I used to run the Kar 98 with no scope and a pump action shotgun as my secondary. I still have clips.
Imagine actually going into 21st century combat armed like that. Like imagine we all get conscripted into the war like against I don't know like Russia or whoever, and you're like on the front line and you look to your side and you see a guy on your team and he's got a Kar 98K with a sniper scope and a riot shield and he's just like quick scoping Russians.
Half of the team are just using sniper rifles. Half the team, and half of your division knives. Or something. Yeah,
and everyone's got like throwing knives because.
And throwing axes and just chucking C4 around like they don't care.
And the generals like introduce a new thing, which is that like in order to do drone strikes, your men have to earn them through like getting enough kills. And it's all like tracked on body cams, and the generals are just watching the screens. It just looks like they're playing Modern Warfare.
Yeah, see, that's modern. That's true Modern Warfare.
That's postmodern warfare. That's
postmodern warfare.
Because when are we getting that
game?
Yeah.
And everyone doesn't care if they die.
Yeah,
they're all
it's all like hippies, and they like shoot flowers out their guns, and it's like an ironic war. It's like Dadaist.
Modern post-warfare.
Incredibly lame. Yeah, they get some French boomer to direct the game. Yeah,
we love another shooting section here.
How about some aphorisms?
Yeah, that seems like a good.
It's good timing.
Segue.
Aphorisms.
Okay, so aphorism. The first one we've got this week is Marxists be like, age of consent discourse is an illusory mystification of the material base. The real question is not about which age group she belongs to, but which class.
That one is actually quite funny. I know it's going to be good when it starts with X be like.
Yeah, I'm really going back to like Vine with that
one. That's real old school. That was a very good one though.
Okay, second one. A dog that growls and barks whenever it sees a Bible or some other holy text is not an atheist dog, but rather a demonic and or vampiric dog. A truly atheistic dog would just sneer at the Bible.
Yeah, that one was quite good too.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Bangers after bangers this week.
We should wait for the third one.
Oh,
Our third
I'm
and
so
final aphorism. Whether dogs or otherwise, atheists like to point to how tiny we humans and our planet are in comparison to the universe as a whole, using this size difference as proof of the irrationality of religious faith. This emphasis on the notion of size in an argument about essentially the cosmic significance of things rings some especially pink-colored, whiny, demanding, and over-emotional alarm bells that I am nonetheless deeply attracted to, and as a feminist, wholeheartedly support.
Oh, that was excellent as well.
It just got like more and more absurd.
Yeah. I appreciate the dog atheism theme this week as well.
Yeah.
I can tell what was on your mind.
Did you hear all of it?
Yes, yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yeah, you did. Okay, I'm just checking.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Okay,
there you go. There
that's
you have
very
it,
good.
folks. Words of wisdom for the week.
Truly,
for the
words of wisdom.
Week ahead of you.
To reflect upon, I think.
Yeah.
In your day-to-day life, in your working days, and your sleeping as well. I think these are worth dreaming on.
In your meditation, when you do your yoga class, and you'd get to do the little bit of meditation at the end.
Like sort of a Chinese
what
martial
I've
art.
said.
Yeah, you have to sleep on it to
Kung Fu.
truly allow it to overtake.
I'm just
your
saying
spirit.
random. I'm just saying. I just registered the words Chinese martial art, and I'm like, yeah, Kung Fu.
Yeah, you have to, to truly
Idiot.
absorb it into your consciousness. You have to sleep on it and let it fill your meridians. I think.
Absolutely. Well, we're up to 40 minutes, so you gotta head off and get on with your
rest of
tasks.
my evening. Yeah.
Yes.
My evening tasks. You
And I gotta play
evening
Dark
tasks?
Souls.
That is an important one.
I'm gonna clean the bathroom and I'm gonna play some Dark Souls. That's and cook dinner.
I am also going to cook dinner, and I'm probably going to dirty my bathroom, if you know what I mean.
Enjoy doing that. You're gonna jack off in that. Is that what you're saying?
I'll neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, folks, hope you have a good time doing similar things. Yeah, give us a like or subscribe. I don't know why I bother saying that, because I'm clearly not phased by not getting any. And give us interactions, give us engagement.
Talk
and
to us.
if you don't, your mother will die in her sleep tonight. I just like saying that, really.
Yeah. We also can't ignore you if you don't try and talk to us. So
yeah,
please.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. Have a great time doing whatever you do after listening. Amen.
Amen.
Bye.